Hello there, Artemis from the Cwicly team. Today we are going to talk about template parts in the Gutenberg site editor. The header and footer blocks available in the Gutenberg site editor are template parts but named for convenience. It helps to remember that template parts are collections of blocks that can be used and reused throughout your entire website and placed just about anywhere. They are mostly used for headers and footers, as these are usually replicated across all website pages, but you are free to use them in a more creative way. The Gutenberg site editor allows you to modify a template part directly on the page without having to go to its dedicated editor. So you can see how the changes you make to the template part affect the whole page without having to move between the page and the dedicated editor. However, when you want to work on something structural, it is less distracting to work on the template separately. The beauty of the Gutenberg site editor is that you can go back and forth between the dedicated editor and your template without having to refresh the editor every time. Template parts, although global, are not automatically applied to every template on your website. For instance, when you add one of them to the front page template, it won't appear on the archive template. You choose the exact layout and design of every single template. So, when you remove a template part from a template, you are only removing it from that template. To demonstrate how this works, let's apply it to a real-world example with the header. First, we need to create the header block that is going to replace the existing header that's part of the starter theme. Let's head over to the Gutenberg site editor and open the WordPress navigation. Let's select Template Parts. Here we already have the default header and footer provided by Cwicly. Let's add a new header, name it, and select Header as the area. If your template part is neither a header or footer, you can select General. Now we are in the dedicated editor of our header. Here I can do all of my structural work. A header usually contains the logo, the navigation menu, and in tablet and mobile view, an icon that is linked to the off-canvas menu. Let's import a navigation from the Cwicly design library. When you import a Cwicly design that contains a menu block, that menu block is not linked to a menu on your WordPress website. Instead, you will see a placeholder until you select the menu block. This gets rid of the placeholder menu and states the obvious, no menu selected. Let's select a menu by going to the menu property in the primary tab. As you can see, we haven't yet created a menu on WordPress. Before doing so, let's save our newly created header. To add the menu, we'll need to go back to the dashboard, navigate to the Appearance menu and select Menus. Our menu will have a home link, an about link, a feature link with a few sub-menu items and a contact link. Let's do that and call it My Header Menu. Let's save this menu and return to the Gutenberg site editor in our header's dedicated editor. Now we can link our navigations menu by selecting the menu block and choosing the menu we just created in the menu property. Let's do the same for the off-canvas menu. We mustn't forget to link the off-canvas menu to the navigation block by copying the off-canvas menu block ID and pasting it in the Edit Link option of the icon in the navigation block. We'll save the changes. Let's now go to the front page by selecting Site in the WordPress navigation. All we need to do is replace the Cwicly header with our newly created one. We can do that by selecting the header block, clicking on Replace and choosing the desired header. If we navigate to another page, for example the single post, we can see that the Cwicly header is still there, demonstrating that template parts do not automatically apply to every page. Now, if you're feeling creative, let's create our own header from scratch. We will follow the same process by heading over to the Gutenberg site editor and opening the WordPress navigation. Let's select Template Parts. Let's add a new one and call it My Creative Header this time. Now that we are in its dedicated editor, we can proceed with the creation. Let's add a section. Choose a gradient for the background color in the primary tab. Then select the row, center, and space between properties to ensure that our elements are correctly spaced out. We'll bring down the size of our section by setting a top and bottom margin of 50 pixels in the Advanced tab. Now let's add an image block and insert our logo and give it a height of 40 pixels. Then we'll add a div, select the row and center properties in the primary tab. Inside the div, we'll insert a menu block and choose our saved header menu. Let's style it. Now let's select the div block, add an icon and style it. This icon will allow users to open up the off-canvas menu in tablet and mobile view. Let's define it as a link and edit the link to prepare for the off-canvas menu. We want the menu to disappear in tablet and mobile view and the icon to appear in tablet and mobile view, but not on desktop view. So let's select the menu, go to Tablet View and open the Layout panel in the Advanced tab and select None for the display. These options are automatically passed on to the mobile view, so no need to repeat the process for the menu. Now we want the icon to reappear in tablet and mobile view, but not be visible on desktop. So let's select the icon, navigate to the Advanced tab in the Layout panel and select None for the display. Then, if we go to Tablet View, all we need to do is select Block for the display. Now it will appear for tablet and mobile view once we have created and linked it. Let's now add the off-canvas menu. Choose a gradient background color. Choose column and center properties. We'll need to add a menu and style it as the previous menu, but choosing vertical for the menu layout this time. Let's select the off-canvas menu block and add an icon on top of the menu that will allow users to close the off-canvas menu. Let's now link the icon to the off-canvas menu and at the same time link the navigations icon that we prepared earlier. We'll give our off-canvas menu a nice slide in top animation with a 1-second duration in the modal animation panel. The last step before replacing our navigation on the front page is to save it. Now we can head over to the front page and replace the Cwicly header with the header I freshly created. My creative header. There we go. We now have a fully functional header. You can do exactly the same thing for the footer and general template parts. That's about it. Now you know all about the Gutenberg site editor template parts. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't hesitate to drop a comment. Your feedback is valuable to us. See you soon. Bye.